right, welcome to the H&M's podcast. And we've got a great guest with Matt Lowery here today from Pinnacle Dealer Services. And we're going to kick it right off with a quick question. Matt, you've been promoting Pinnacle Activity Manager or PAM. Okay, why an activity manager and not just CRM?
Sure. So the big thing is CRMs are about cars and customers. They tell you about the interaction that happened with it, which is great. We absolutely need that. What you need an activity management tool for, though, and what PAM is about, it's about calls and activities. So how much work did it actually take to achieve those results that you get out of the CRM? And no CRM out there actually gives you that kind of breakdown. We know in sales, if you have someone that's closing at a 50% closing rate on the sales floor and someone at a 25% closing rate, well, that one at a 25% closing rate has to have twice as many customers to sell the same number of cars. The problem is we don't do the same thing with our internet leads and our phone ups. What are those activities that we have to do in order to generate those appointments and those sales from our BDC or our internet sales team? And every CRM out there, they have problems with telling you accurate data, and they don't tell you the actual activities that you need in order to do it.
Well, of course, there are activities in CRM, but I hear what you're saying. You want a little bit more out in front of the CRM, like every, from what I understand, activity that is
Yes.
taken, not
Well,
just the ones that are completed necessarily or scheduled, but doesn't
yes.
that mean double entry?
Well, and it does, and I can already tell where you're going to go here because this is the biggest pushback that I get, right? When you're talking about having to enter into two systems, and I completely get the frustration. But here's what I'll tell you: they're entering it into two systems anyway. Almost every dealership I walk into has a Google sheet or an Excel sheet because the reporting is so bad in the CRMs that they can't get this information out of it. They have them putting it in something else anyway, whether it's a roll-up report, they're putting it in somewhere else. So the
Or a
difference
phone
is
uplog or an uplog?
blown up log, they're doing something. They're usually doing it on a Google sheet, which then isn't really tracking or trend giving you trend lines of where you were and where are you at now. You also, and when we say double entry, you don't have to put all your notes into an activity management. You don't have to put in every customer's information. I don't care about that. I simply care what's the activity that you did. What did it result in? Did we have a conversation? Did we get an appointment? Did they actually come into the door? And then did we sell them? What does that look like? And so it's really just a couple of mouse clicks, but it's less work than what most dealerships are doing right now using Google Sheets and Excel sheets.
Can I jump in on the double entry, being the employee experience expert that I am? Because I initially didn't
Absolutely.
like it. Right? But what I have seen from it is a CRM is going to tell you what happened, right? PAM is going to tell you what your employees actually did. And why that's important is because what is the number one thing every employee wants? They want feedback. They need opportunities for coaching. Managers need opportunity for accountability, and they need a platform to provide and a foundation for that coaching, right? And PAM enables that. So, from a double entry perspective, I think it's worth its weight in gold in terms of a few clicks to be able to give employees more feedback and for the managers to truly understand what's going on with their team, their performance, and what their team is actually doing.
And I love what Holly just said there because, and that is not only do they want feedback, but in the CRM, we just look at the end number, right? So the CRM will tell you your closing rate on your internet leads, and they'll tell you by person. What they don't tell you is, well, if you're at closing at 10% and I'm closing at 15%, okay, obviously I'm doing better, but where am I doing better? Is it my contact rate? Am I getting you on the phone better than the other person? Is it my appointment rate? Is it my show rate? Is it my sold rate? What are the actual KPIs? What are the numbers that is affecting that end number? So as Holly said, we can then train to that. Instead of just saying you're doing a bad job because you're only closing 8% and someone else is at 15%, you have to get better. Get better at what? What part of it? And that's what PAM helps you do.
So when I came in, I knew right away the advantage to the manager. I'm starting to learn the advantage for the BDC reps, the employees actually using it as well. And yeah, we totally subscribe to the fact that CRM data is messy. So
Yes.
with that clarification, plug away, Matt. Tell us about Pinnacle Dealer Services.
Great. Well, if you need help with this, reach out to us, Pinnacle Dealer Services. We have this activity tracker already set up. It has trend lines. It can help you if you want to sell more vehicles out of your internet department, your phone up department, your sales department, whether you have a BDC, whether you have internet salespeople. It will help you break down and know exactly where to train. So we don't use a shotgun approach where you need to train everything. How about we train in the area where your employee actually has the deficiency? So reach out to us and we can absolutely help you with that.
Let's get tracking. Let's get training.
There we go.